and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure on your way in that you like, that you comment, that you subscribe,
Yes,
and
yes,
all that
yes.
good stuff, man.
Yes,
B,
sir.
how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Today was, I don't know if you heard or not, it was National If Your Team Won Your Last Game, Wear Their Jersey Day.
Oh,
It was
oh, oh. Okay.
National If Your Team Won Their Last Game, Wear Their Jersey. So I bought out this, Carolina Panther jersey. And if you can see here, it is signed by
Yo,
the
I
one
have
and only
never in my life seen somebody so happy to go home.
Brian Burns, man. It's signed by Brian Burns, who is now unfortunately a New York Giant. But yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, real quick question.
What's up?
How many Pro Bowlers do I have on your team?
We have one Pro Bowler this year. One Pro
Sheesh.
Bowler this year.
No alternates?
We have about three alternates.
You don't got no damn three alternates.
I mean, I don't make up the stuff, I just come with the facts. That's
Who?
all I do. We have J.C. Horn is our Pro Bowl selection.
Right.
We have Chuba Hubbard.
Okay, that's alternate, right?
We have Robert Hunt, yes, our guard. He's an alternate. And there's one more I'm forgetting right now.
Got D tackle, or he was too early. He got hurt
No, it's
too
not
early.
him. Yeah, he got hurt way too early. I'm forgetting who it was, but yeah, it's three.
All right,
It's
so I
one.
can only charge you to the guys that you know.
I
Yeah,
think
so.
honestly, I think it's our long snapper or something like that.
Oh yeah, that don't count. That don't count. We can't
Yeah,
give y'all that.
it should be Bryce Young, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, for us, let me just say Dexter Lawrence, the best player on the defensive side of the ball in the NFL. Of course, he is a Pro Bowler.
Wouldn't say that, but okay.
Um, then we have two alternates. The man you just mentioned, Brian Burns. Giant salute to him. And then
You're welcome.
uh, Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors. Um, Unlike y'all, we this is something that is not comfortable for us. This is being sitting home, and the fashion that we've been sitting home is something
Oh.
that we don't applaud at any way or measure. But yeah, I mean, overall, real quick, we could just do a quick little rundown. How do you feel your season went overall, and what are you looking forward to the most?
I feel like the season went as well as it could. I'm liking that our team is building a culture. I'm liking that, Bryce Young, he started off this year with last year's mindset. He was so used to pressure, he was flustered, and he finally had a chance to calm down. We benched him. He calmed down, and he came back looking like the number one draft pick. So it's really good to see, okay, we have our quarterback. The offensive line is rebuilt. We have the O line. Chuba Hubbard went crazy this year. So we are building those pieces, and teams. Listen, I'm gonna give you a wild stat because people don't realize this. Our defense gave up the most points in the history of the NFL.
Wow, wow, okay.
And think about that. We went 5-12. So when you think about that stat, we gave up the most points and we still went 5-12. That lets you know that we do have something. And our best player was hurt by the first game, out for season. And we lost our middle linebacker in Shaq, was out for season. We had no defense this year. And we still won 5 games. So that lets me know that we're on the right track. I love the culture. Dave Canales' his first year as a head coach. I won't be surprised. Like I said, next year I'm calling it. We're going to win 8 to 10 games.
Okay, okay. Listen, I will say this, man. I tell Giant fans this all the time. Like the way y'all ended your season, I could salute. I could salute because I think y'all are the real definition of what our organization is trying to act like we were.
Mm,
Like they really tried to hit us with the John Mara. He tried to put it out there and try to make it seem like we weren't trying to tank, which we clearly was.
hmm
But y'all went out on y'all shield, man. Y'all just said, "Listen, man, we're gonna play these last few games. Okay, we may not be in it, but we're gonna see what we got. And I salute the way y'all went out. And that's what I try to tell Giant fans, man. Like we didn't we didn't have to necessarily tank. I would have been okay going out the same way y'all went out. You know what I mean? Respectable. Us, on the other hand, we chose to do the tanking route, but we even failed at doing that.
Mhm.
The last game, of course, the laughing stock of the NFL. I'm pretty sure you already know, but the second to last game versus the Colts, we go out there and we put up 40 something points and win the game.
Yeah.
Too late then. Like, and I'm not even an advocate for tanking, but I just feel like if you're gonna tank, go full fledged with it, or else
Mhm.
go out like how y'all went out. You know what I mean? Let's compete. So I do think y'all have something to build off on. Us, on the other hand, I just don't. It's not like that. It's not like that with us. And so, yeah, I wish I could echo the sentiments that you said about your squad, but
Right.
now I don't know, man. I hope we could just land Shador. That's all I'm saying. That's,
well,
but
well,
go ahead.
I'm 100% anti-tanking. That's one thing I don't play. My organization, we thought about it. I think at one point they called me. I called them up, and I said, "Listen," I told them, I said, "Yo, we don't do that here. We are the Carolina Panthers. We're an underdog. We're one of the newest organizations in the NFL. We've been underdogs. Back to we went to the Super Bowl against the Patriots. Back again, we went to the Super Bowl against the Broncos. That is our story. We don't tank. We don't do that. And I like the way we fought. Like you said, we're building that culture. And I want you to look at what we've done. We signed Chuba Hubbard. We signed players who work hard. We got rid of Deontay Johnson. You see what happened to him. If you're not with the program, we're not playing games right now.
Respectable.
We sat down Bryce Young. I love the moves that we're doing. We're making sure that we're skinning the fat. The people that want to be here, we're making sure that they stay and they're committed to what we got building. And that's it.
Respectable. Respectable. I think there's a lot of fandom pouring out in your sentiment, but I'll let it rock. I
Okay.
respect it. I respect it. Shout out to my guy Clinton Jones in the chat, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for tuning in. My guy Seti 079 says, I want the best player at 3.
Ooh.
Um, but I get it. To me, there's only 3 options. There's only 3 options that I'll be willing to tolerate. I'll be putting out a video a little later, but that is Shador, Cam Ward, or Travis Hunter. Anything outside of those 3 will not make sense to me. Will not make sense to me.
Hey, your number one is Shador, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I know there's a campaign going on. Everybody trying to make it seem like Shador Sanders is not him. Listen, man. Listen, you talking to somebody who's watched every single one. When I mean every single one of his
Mhm.
collegiate football games. You know what I mean? And P, we watch them together, so like at JSU days. I'm talking
Yeah.
about we
Yeah.
I've tuned in. So I'm not taking my opinion off dudes who watch one bowl game and trying to make it seem like Shador is just something that I know he's not.
What what I think is underestimated about Shador, right? And I think we both know this about him, is I think he does have that gene and that mindset. You know what I mean? I think he has that gene and that mindset of playing in a big market and playing better with the lights on.
What?
I think
What?
definitely think he has that. I'm worried about him going to a team like New York just because of what you guys got going on. It's a lot of dysfunction up there. I am a little concerned, but I believe that if there is a quarterback that can handle it, I think he can.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the good thing about us keeping our head coach and GM, even though I'm not the happiest about it, the good thing is
Wow.
they're desperate. They're desperate and they're hungry.
What what's your GM and coach saying? Are they saying anything like how the season went? What's their sentiment right now?
A lot of political correction, but all in all, they basically did a great job at putting the blame on Daniel Jones. They
Oh wow.
really they want their quarterback, or everybody's leading to believe that with their quarterback, there can be a better result.
You see,
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm
I
not.
know.
We're not doing that. Our GM came out right. We gave up the most points in NFL history. So everybody's looking at the defensive coordinator right now. That's what our fan base is doing. We're looking at the coordinator like, yo, what you doing? The GM came out and said, listen, I know the coordinator didn't do maybe the best job, whatever, but our coordinator is actually a beast. I'm the GM. He said, look at the players we had. Once our best players got hurt, I got to do a better job of getting some depth on this team, which is 100%
Yeah,
facts. He came out and said, listen, I got to give us a chance to win.
yeah,
That's what I want to hear from a team, man. Especially someone like y'all blaming it on DJ is crazy.
yeah. Like that. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. And look, as a Giants fan, I hope that I'm completely wrong. I hope that there's just some switch to these guys to be just two dudes who get it cooking next year. I hope I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But look, man, I'm not sold. Um, SETI079 says Abdul Carter is a baller. He is in fact a baller. He
Future
is.
Carolina Panther right there.
He is a baller. But man, you know what? I will go as far as to say, I said three. I will go as far as to say he would be the fourth name that I think would also make sense in that first round. But I'm still not trying to put him over
Mhm.
those three names that I named.
Yeah,
But
he's
I'm
who
with
I
you.
want. He's who I want right there.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
want
get that.
Abdul.
Yeah, he's nice. Clinton Jones says, who is the best wide receiver? To me, the best wide receiver is the best player in NCAA football, man, Travis Hunter.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He just has the things that you can't teach. Then Seti says, Sanders seems to me to be undersized for the NFL physically. I mean, he's
There's
about
a
average size,
and there's a
I would say.
rookie. There's a rookie quarterback who went off this year who's definitely undersized in Washington.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's a fact. Good point. Good point. Seti says, I would rather Ward. Yeah, there's a few people, especially in the Giants community, man, that would rather Ward. Um, I get it. I wouldn't be mad at getting Ward.
mhm.
Trust me. Any of those three, I could live with. I'm rocking with. But I do think that Sanders is more of a start now
See, I
quarterback.
think the opposite. I like
Oh yeah.
Ward for you guys now because I feel like he has more physical attributes to move in the pocket
Okay.
and scramble. He has more, with a lot of pressure that he's going to face at the pro level. I feel like he has the arm talent and he can move a little bit better at this point right now. I think Shador is the better long term option
Yeah.
as he
Yeah.
continues to develop.
Yeah.
I wish Shador would come into a situation like Michael Penix down in Atlanta,
Right. 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 I get
but
you. I
that ain't
get
gonna
you.
happen.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. We got my guy Big Dash knows. He says salute in the chat. Yes, sir. Giant salute to my guy Big Dash, man. He's been Big Dash been my entertainment, man. This off season because
Mm.
he you could tell like Dash is pissed
Yeah,
that
yeah,
how
yeah.
this season went because he not holding back and I've been enjoying what he's been saying
Mhm.
and what he's been putting up on Twitter. I gotta check out his video because I seen the thumbnail earlier today and I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait till I have some time to where I can listen to everything and all of that. And the kids is chilling to where I gotta watch this video. But they put out the statement that Coach Dable and Joe Shane is staying.
Mhm.
So I gotta check that out. Big Dad says never trust a Carolina fan, even if they're your brother.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
That's a
crazy.
fact. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
listen, we won 5 games this year, and one of them was against the
Oh man.
Giants. So it's
Yo,
all good.
if it wasn't for us, y'all probably wouldn't have found your quarterback because it
You're
was
right.
our game.
You're
You
right.
know what I mean? That woke really Bryce up for real, for real.
You're right.
But look, while we just on a theme of things talking about the NFL, let's just real quick, let's just go over the week 18 games, man. And
Hmm.
I know it was the last game of the season, so a lot of these games ain't really, it's just what it is. But let's just talk about a few of them. First of all, which ones did you catch? Did you catch the Bengals and the Steelers joint?
I did, man. I did. I just wanted to see how the Bengals going to finish out. and see if they were going to make it. And obviously, because I thought Joe Burrow has a MVP case. I hate guys being penalized. It's a team sport. And
Yeah,
he's like, yo, what more do I have to do? I mean, he's
yeah.
out there playing outstanding. Between him, Lamar, Allen, it's really a toss up, man. So I checked that game out, and Pittsburgh, they're sliding at the wrong time. I tell you that.
Yo, it frustrates me because yeah, I'm biased, of course. Mike Tomlin,
Mm-hmm.
Virginia legend. Um, I hate when I see teams not appreciating a good head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that game, and the Steelers had plenty of opportunities to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
They were put in a position to win that game. Russell Wilson played a good enough game to win that game.
Right.
Receivers was just dropping the ball galore.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I knew it was going to happen because I know how fans are. But when they start talking about Coach Tomlin after the game and Russell Wilson, I'm like, man, are y'all not seeing this?
Yeah.
Like, this is clearly like the receivers played a bad game overall, especially George Pickens. And I was just like, man, I was
Believe
hoping,
me, we lost a couple games because of drops. I know.
yeah. And that's another thing, too, that's getting real old with me, man. Somebody who's a receiver guy, I'm getting tired of these receivers getting in press conferences and sticking their chest out and talking big boy talk. And then when they get in the game, they drop the ball, literally.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's the thing that's going on, I think, with these younger receivers that's kind of pissing me off.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about your game. It's worth talking about, I guess.
Okay.
The Panthers and the Falcons.
I mean,
Um,
listen, where do you want to start? Like, where do you want to
well,
start?
if I'm not mistaken, the Falcons needed to win that game in order
Yes,
to go to the playoffs, right?
they did. They
Okay,
did. They
okay,
did.
okay,
I'm gonna sip
okay.
some water real quick. Excuse me.
Yo, you are the most proud.
Ah,
You are the most
it.
proud visiting the
Well,
couch
I think you're
coucher.
gonna understand it after this year because we've been where you guys are at. Where it's like we looking at the organization. We had Christian McCaffrey. We let him go. We like, oh, what are we doing? We brought in Matt Rule. It made no sense. Then after that was what Frank Reich.
That
We
rule was
just like,
trash.
what are we doing? So now we finally got stability, and I see our vision. I see where we're going finally. So I'm feeling real good. And Bryce Young has answered the call. And, he's looking like the BY that we were looking for. So great game by us. Once again, we gave up 38 points to a rookie quarterback, which once again I told you our defense is horrible. But Bryce Young was able to put a exclamation point on the season and
Yeah,
basically let our fan base know, listen, I'm back. I'm him. I got y'all. I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna throw up 44 points, go into overtime, lead us to a victory, even with the weapons that we don't have. I'm showing you guys that I got y'all. I learned my mistakes, so that was good.
damn, man. How does it feel like knowing that you got your quarterback, yo?
It's
Because you ain't had that feeling all year.
no,
You know what
no.
I mean? But I know that's like a weight
Mhm.
off your shoulders type thing that I wish I had, yo.
But I'm not one of those people who overvalue the quarterback position. I understand football.
Mm,
We just saw
mm.
what the Vikings versus the Lions. We just saw. I think the Vikings went all the way down the field. I think they turned the ball over all the way at their goal line. Then Jared Goff, very the next play, just threw up something crazy, threw a pick, and it looks like the Vikings get a chance to win the game. And what happened? Their defense stopped them. So Jared Goff didn't win that game. It was their defense. It's a
Mm,
team game.
yeah,
Everybody's looking for that savior at quarterback. That's not what
yeah,
wins games. I see my teams in all the holes. We gave up 543 points this year.
yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you why though.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, yo, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes got a lot of people's minds messed up, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I think that's really me. My humble opinion. I think that's what it is. I think everybody's kind of expecting to have their own Patrick Mahomes on roster.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
nah, I couldn't agree with you more. Yo, I wasn't able to watch our game, but Michael Penix, is he official? Because I
I
know what
like
he
him.
looked like versus us, but I kind of was like, that ain't really saying much.
I like him.
So
Left-handed, great accuracy. He has this like rainbow type throw. That's beautiful. He already knows his number one target. He attacks Drake London. He knows where to go with the ball. I like him.
Okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm not even gonna bring up our game. That was a smooth snooze fest. That
Yeah.
meant absolutely nothing. What I can say about our game, man, is real quick. What is your opinion on the Eagles making a decision to start Saquon Barkley, not to get the record?
Who they have the first game? They have Green Bay. Smart move. Smart move. With Barkley's history, he has a lot of mileage. You got to save it for the playoffs. They're in the wild card. They didn't get that bye week, so you got to sit them.
See, my thing is this though. Like, I at first I was like, nah, they tripping. They tripping, man. They owe that to that man. Let him get his. But when I seen it was like 100 and something yards, uh,
Hmm.
yeah, maybe rest him at that point. Rest
Yeah.
him at that point because even though, look, it's versus us, and 100 and something yards versus us ain't your regular 100 and something yards. I
Right.
understand that, but still, going into the playoffs, I get that train of thought. So I did have one thought, going into it, but once I had
Yeah.
the information, I was like, oh
And
yeah, nah,
and the
rest him.
win wouldn't have done nothing. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's like, yeah, you got to sit them.
Yeah, I mean, it's about the record. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like Saquon said, it's about
Yep.
putting your name in the history books.
You
But
should have did it in 16 games, like Dickerson did. So
yo, I ain't gonna lie though. The thing about Saquon is like he's a good guy, right? And he got a nice humbleness to him. But I know some of that humble shit is fake. But it's
nah,
killing.
but you got to. I know something you're not saying. I think you need to say. Y'all got to be feeling crazy right now.
I don't.
Y'all got to be feeling crazy.
I don't.
The year after, he's a MVP runner up. He's running 2,000 yards. He's showing the sportsmanship. He's leading his team, which he was doing for you guys, but you guys did not appreciate that
He
to
wasn't
let him
doing what
walk.
he wasn't doing what he's doing there. He's not. He wasn't doing with us.
Yeah, because you guys are not built like that. He got to a
Exactly.
team in a better situation. True, but y'all lose that. It makes no sense. It
But
makes
this
no
is the
sense.
thing. This is the thing. That's not the first time. Saquon is not the only guy we lost. We lose guys and they go shine other places. Like the thing about it is, if unless we were going to build around Saquon, give him the offensive line and the talent around him to mirror what he's doing with the Eagles,
Hmm.
it's no reason to even look at it like that because we know that he wasn't going to be that with us.
Hmm.
So,
But y'all never been like a skills flashy team though.
nah, you right.
I'm trying to
You
think
right.
about it. Yeah,
You
y'all
right.
y'all more grit, tough D line, O line. That's always been y'all mo.
Yeah, I mean the best that I say we've been is around that 2008 to 2011, 12 time. So
Hmm.
yeah, but yeah, yeah. Enough of that. Enough of that. We because I don't even want to turn this around because I end up spazzing. What I'm trying to think. What other game was worth talking about for real? For real. A lot of these was just season-ending joints. Oh, the
Hmm.
Broncos and Chiefs. I watched some of that, most of that game. Bo Nix, yo. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to hate on Bo Nix for no reason at all. Because he's just one of those guys that I just like I look at and I was just like, man, I know y'all hyping.
Probably what he
But
did to Colorado last year. That's why.
that yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix, bro, he looked official. He was
Yeah.
out there getting freaky out there too. And I'm like,
Yep. I
I'm
think he
like, all
had
right, I see
6 years at Oregon. I think he's one of those who had like about 5 to 6 years at Oregon, and just the experience, man. He came into the pro game ready. A lot
Who
of
you take?
experience.
Who you taking? Jaden Daniels or Bo Nix?
Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can't really answer that right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mm.
Like I respect Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is nice.
Hmm.
Um, but what's really gonna tell me a lot is next year, that sophomore season.
Hmm.
That sophomore season, that's when I really want to see these guys to see what they do.
Yep.
But shout out to both of them though, because they did their thing. Um, yeah, and then we already kind of went over the Vikings and Lions game, but I think that's pretty much it as far as that is concerned.
Hmm.
Um, you kind of mentioned this, but who do you think should win the MVP?
Man, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. I think a lot of people are going for Lamar Jackson, rightfully so. I think he has what 43, 44 touchdowns with 4 picks, like being efficient, running the ball well. But my boy Allen, man, he beat Detroit. He beat Kansas City. And with the record that he has and the weapons around him, I like Allen this year. I think he's the MVP.
Look, if I had to go personal, like my personal favorite, all biasness into the vote, I'm going Lamar Jackson.
But
I'm going Lamar Jackson. But the truth of the matter is, I can't give it to him because his team is just too good. And
hmm
that addition of having Derrick Henry is just, to me, I feel like your MVP is what you mean to your team.
hmm
And to be honest with you, I agree with you. Maybe Josh Allen,
yeah.
but I think a close, like a 1A, 1B situation may have to be a Saquon Barkley. And I have to have Josh Allen 1A because of the reason that I just named. But I'm looking at what Saquon means to his team, and they run through him, man.
Yeah.
Like that offense, I don't think that offense is going to be what they are without him.
hmm
So yeah, I agree with you though. Josh Allen, I think Josh Allen is going to be that guy.
Yeah, just this year.
Shout out to Burrow though, man. Burrow
Yeah,
deserves the honorable mention.
he
You
does.
know what I mean? He's the reason why I won fantasy league this year. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Shout out to Burrow. He's out there,
hmm
being him, doing his thing.
Does somebody like him lose points though? With like what Chase is doing, triple crown this year. I mean, Chase went crazy.
I can't really lose because he got a number one receiver, and
Yeah.
most teams in the NFL has a number one receiver. And when we look at these games, man, when we look at Joe Burrow, man, I mean he's just a good quarterback, man.
No doubt.
He's just a real good quarterback. So I can't strip him away from that. My man Clinton Jones says, "Who y'all going for in the playoffs?"
Mm.
Yo, we got you. We got you. You know that's how we in the show, man. So we definitely got you on that. We gonna go through the list. Uh, my man Big Pat Sports from the Big Blue Crew Network. Giant salute to Big Pat. He's
What up? What
tuning
up?
in, checked in, says, "Yo, uh, so where we go next, man? Do you wanna do a little Travis Hunter? Do you wanna go college for playoff? Oh, nah,
hmm
we gotta stick. We gotta just talk about this one thing, man.
Okay.
And I really want to get your opinion on this, man. Head coach Gerard Mayo, another 757 VA native. After his first year with the New England Patriots, they let him go. They let him go. Um, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
hmm
It pissed me off,
Yeah.
especially especially a Giants fan. It pissed me off. One season,
Yep.
one season. It reminds me of Remember the Titans when they went to Denzel.
Right.
He let Denzel know, like, yo, man,
You better.
I ain't gonna lie, you really have only this year to be great, and outside of
Yep.
that,
You out.
you out here.
Yep.
That I mean, I don't care if anybody could slice it or dice it.
Yep.
It just don't sit well with me, man. And I'm pulling the race card. I'm pulling the race card. I don't care what anybody say, man. I don't
Yep.
care what anybody say. That's how I feel. And I'm not boo boo the fool. You know what I mean? There's nothing that makes sense to me when it comes to that, man. Meanwhile, at the New York Football Giants, my team, you have a team that looks like a varsity high school team, and we keeping them for another run. And
Yep.
so, just the timing it is for a Giants fan to see that versus what we have going on, I ain't with it, man. I ain't with it.
Oh man, I mean, I get you, but you're right. It's you can't. It's right in front of your eyes. It's right in front of your eyes. It's so easy to act like we're not seeing what we're seeing, but this is too. It's just repeated in history. These black coaches, man, they get 1 year, they get a mess, and they ask them to make a miracle, whether it's Flores or whether it's Mayo here or whatever. It doesn't matter if you produce or not. You better do something amazing. You better do something that not even the next coach can do.
Man,
Do something, pull off a miracle, or you fired. That's it.
it's absolutely crazy.
That's it. But then again, then somebody else gets the job. We'll give you 2 years to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, man.
Absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And I ain't even gonna lie. That kind of messed me up all day today. Like even getting that news, that's something that's just been on my mind. And in a fairy tale world, I was hoping that we, moved on from Coach Dable and we picked him up and did some legendary shit like that. But of course, I knew we weren't doing
Nope.
nothing like
I
that.
think
But
right. I think right after that, your report came out. Y'all like keep.
yeah, right. So
Mhm.
nah, that's definitely crazy to me. But NFL, man, that is the NFL. That's just what it is. Real quick, let's just be in and out with this because I know it's been just a little bit of time ago. But how do you think Travis Hunter is holding up right now, man? I know we didn't really, second this and all that. He deleted the social media.
Mhm.
Receipts is coming. Receipts came out. Videos came out, and all of that. Did your opinion change the last time we talked? Did your opinion
Well,
change of
first of
anything
all,
with Travis Hunter?
to the gentleman that released those videos, I was gonna let y'all know that you guys are one of the top 3 lamest individuals to be breathing right now.
Yeah, that's a
Like to
fact.
cloud over somebody's past or whatever, that's so whack.
That's a
It is
fact.
so whack. But past that, I think he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's taking a break and pulling back. The receipts and all the videos that came out is not looking good because everything is after he said that they've been together for 5 years and his videos coming out from 3 years ago and 2 years ago and all that
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah,
it's bad. So
yeah,
I'm thinking in his position, I would think that he's not aware of this because it seems like he's been strong for 5 years, the way he proclaims his love and all that stuff. So I would imagine that he's doing the necessary work as a young man. I know that he has enough people in his ear. He has enough men in his ear, I would imagine,
yeah,
that are giving him the right information. So I think he's taking care of home right now.
yeah.
Um, I would hope so. I will hope
Yo,
he
it's
take care of
crazy.
home.
Like I'll be looking at this situation and like Travis Hunter is so me, but I'm without the Heisman. So that's the good thing. Like like Travis Hunter, yo, I've been there before, man. And unfortunately, what I'm not with is just like, all the black men kind of taking the time to just,
Hmm.
tear the man down and all of that. I do think that I'm glad you mentioned it because I do think he brought some of this onto himself. There's some accountability he has to take when it comes to this. But I look at this situation and bro, he's just so googly eyed when it comes to this girl that there is nothing that no one is going to be able to say.
Yeah,
And the best teacher is going to have to teach him, which is life.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Life is going to have to teach him. Um, but what I do want to just say to everybody that's, like you just mentioned, being
Hmm.
a part of the clown show, being a part of the circus, you have to do an awful a lot to try to shit on Travis Hunter. That that young man is well accomplished, and he's one of the best to ever do it.
Hmm. I'll take those
Now,
problems at 21, at 20,
come
whatever.
on, man. Come on, man.
I'll take those problems.
Like I said, I took these problems and I ain't had no Heisman. I ain't had no nothing. You know what I mean?
I'll take these
So,
problems.
hey, look, ask yourselves before you decide to, go heavy on Travis and laugh and joke and ha ha he. Ask yourself, are you the Travis Hunter of anything that you do?
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Mm.
humble yourself.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I
And
like that. I like that.
I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. Us at the Mirror Image, man, we rooting for you, Travis.
For
And
sure. For sure.
look, one thing we do know about sports, though, like truth of the matter is, you produce on the field, nothing off the field is gonna really matter. Like
Nope.
nothing is really gonna matter. That's the truth of the truth of it all. So keep shining, young king. That's all I can say, man. Keep shining.
For
And
sure.
yeah, that's that. College playoffs. I know you kind of mentioned the new
Mhm.
format of what it is, man. What's your thoughts on it? You
Yeah, I want
like
to
this
see
new format?
like I like it. I like the 12, team format. I like what I'm seeing in the college game. It's very entertaining.
Yeah,
Um, I think it's good to see those teams like Boise State and SMU get a shot because, like in the past, there's been teams who showed up and then they just don't get invited to the big dance. So it's
yep,
good to give them a chance. And then people were complaining about Alabama not getting in, and you saw what they did versus Michigan. So I feel like the committee got it right. I feel like
yeah.
they put the right teams in, especially with that Arizona State, was it Texas? Arizona State and Texas game with my boy Scadaboo.
Oh
And
yeah,
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 that went crazy. That was a man.
yeah,
That's a game you pay for. So the
yeah,
committee got it right. And I think, man, these games really, man, the national champions now, man, you earned it.
yeah.
You
That's a
earned
fact.
it because you playing everybody tough competition week after week. So I like it.
I've been enjoying it, man. I've been enjoying these games, man. There's
Hmm.
been some decent games going on, and there's definitely an excitement to it. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't have no complaints, man. I have no complaints.
Yeah.
So man, I'm tuned in. And who is your national championships in your book? I mean, who's your number one right now? Who
I'm
you got it
kind
taking
of,
it all?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of fanning out with this answer because I really, really like Jeremiah Smith, man. I really like Jeremiah. Well, that's wild. We gonna get. I'm trying not to let him throw off my game.
Hold on, what is this a response to? TJ says
uh,
like the Panthers did Cam.
I have no idea. I have no idea what he's referring to. I think he doesn't understand the history of what happened with that. Um,
I mean, we
oh,
do know the Panthers did Cam dirty in some way, form, or fashion, but I'm trying. I don't know. What was he referring to? I don't know.
I
TJ,
don't
what
know.
was you referring to?
I
What
think he talk about getting rid of. He probably talk about getting rid of coaches or I guess black people. I don't know.
uh
But yeah, yeah, I really like Jeremiah Smith for Ohio State, man. I think we never seen somebody. He's like unicorn, man. The size and the speed. He was ready coming out of high school. It's just ridiculous. He reminds me of like Julio Jones mixed with like a Marvin Harrison mixed with like a Jamar. Like it's crazy. The
yeah,
combination that
he's
he
nice.
has already.
He's
It's
nasty.
like man. So that's what I'm pulling for right now. Ohio State, I think.
Nah, he's nasty. Yeah, he's nasty. I do enjoy watching him, man.
Mm.
This game is only going to develop, and he's one of those dudes you watch and you just be like, man, he just seems like he's miles ahead, man, of everybody
Yeah,
else type thing.
yeah.
But nah, that's dope. That's dope. Listen, I've kind of let it be known, man. The Mirror Image podcast is just an all around just sports podcast, and anything that is brought to our desk to where we just feel like we can relate to in some type of way or that we rock with, we talk about. You know what I mean? I am not. I can't tell you anything that is going on in the wrestling world right now. I don't know not one thing. I be seeing clips like every now and then, and that is all I can really tell you. But
Hmm.
outside of that, I don't know. There's this dude. I do know there's this dude who lit, and I don't even know like much about him, but I just seen this one clip. His name was like Jay Cinco or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he had one of the hardest entrances ever. Like he goes he go to the ring, he got the whole crowd, and then he just got the crowd control, and they all bounce with him. That
I
joint be
seen that. I
hard. You
seen
see
that.
that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's tough.
I don't even know who that is, but I
That's
rock with
tough.
him. But
Yeah.
when we were kids, man, we was in that wrestling world. We was in that wrestling world, man. Wrestling was a part of a lot of young kids' childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the goats to me, and I know to you, P, was Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio. So we definitely wanted to take the time to say rest in peace, Rey Mysterio. Um, look, man,
619, 619. Yep.
for sure, for sure.
Rest in peace.
Um, look, man, I got a lot of memories that pop in my head, man, when it comes to Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And you're to me, you're not even human if you haven't tried to emulate,
Right. I
his.
couldn't even do half a cartwheel,
Come on, man. Come on, man.
but I would
So
try.
definitely a WWE legend.
Yeah, it was
And
crazy. Is I just realized like how old we getting. Cause remember when he passed, I was like, nah, that's the older one, I guess. The one that was way back in the day or something. It's like, nah, that's your Rey Mysterio. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I was like, dang, that's crazy. So
Yeah.
he has the son, I guess, now that's performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't.
Hmm.
I was like, man,
Exactly.
that's wild.
But yeah, y'all excuse the noise in the back. That's baby girl. I'm still on vacation mode, so I'm out the office, and I just brought the equipment. We set up where I could just to record. But let's close it on this, man. Playoffs,
Yes,
NFL
sir.
playoffs is upon us. Real quick, I just want to go through some predictions. Let's. I want to see who's gonna be the most accurate in this thing, man. Maybe y'all could take this and bet with it, man, because I'm usually nice with this. But we'll see, man. Let's start with the Chargers and the Texans. They have a Saturday game, January 11th at
Mhm.
4:30 p.m. Who you got with that, man?
I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one, man. I'm going with the Chargers.
Mm,
I think they have the better coach. I think he's gonna lead his
it's
troops
well suited.
into this
Okay.
game. Yeah, I go with the Chargers.
Okay. Um, yeah, I agree with you. I think I would have to go with the Chargers. Um, I haven't been a big fan of what CJ Stroud has looked like for a lot of this season, and I think the Chargers are just more equipped
Mhm.
uh, for this first round. So I agree with you on that. Same day, Saturday, January 11th at 8 p.m. We have the Steelers versus the Ravens, which is going to be, I believe, a crazy game. That's
Mhm.
always a good one. I'll go first on this one. I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Ravens.
Mm.
I'm so torn. I like Lamar Jackson, but I also, man, Mike Tomlin is my guy.
Mhm.
I just think the Ravens just know how to win. They're more of a complete team. And the Steelers, I just don't think they have figured it all the way out just yet.
Right. Actually, I'm going for upset. I'm going with Pittsburgh. I think Mike
Mm,
Tomlin, like you said, just one team that Lamar struggles against. I think he just got his first win versus Pittsburgh like this year or something like that.
okay.
And I think they're going to come up with a good scheme. And I got Pittsburgh will this away. I think it's an upset.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I hate that for Lamar right now because that's going to be man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anytime the Giants is not in the question, I'm always rooting for Lamar to go get his.
Yeah.
Like this is always that. Um, Next game we have January 12th, 1 p.m. game.
Hmm.
Broncos and the Bills. Who you got on that one?
Yeah, I got the Bills.
Got the Bills.
Got them going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no way can I say that Josh Allen's gonna be MVP and then say he's gonna be out in the first round. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the Bills on that one also. Um, Next game at 4:30 p.m. January 12th on Sunday. You have the Packers and the Eagles.
Mm,
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Packers. I got the
okay.
Packers kicking the Eagles out first round, um, and expect a lot of Eagle fans to want to get rid of Nick Sirianni
hmm
and give him the boot and all of those
I
things,
feel
man. So
like
I got,
there's a lot of hate in that. I feel there's a
hey
lot of
man, I can
hate
only
in
call
that
it how
pick.
I see it. I can only call it how I see it, man. I can
Whatever.
only call it I see it. That offense is going to tear them up, and
Mm.
momentum is going to be on their way, man. I got the Packers.
Now I got Philly. Saquon sat for a reason. He's gonna make it known that y'all messed up. Got Philly. He gonna run for 350.
You just hate it. All right, man. Sunday, January 12th at 8 p.m., which is the night game for that day. The Commanders versus the
Mm,
Buccaneers. Earlier this year, they faced off, and I think they're going to be two completely different teams, but I think it's going to be the same result. Sorry, TJ and Commander fans, but I got the Buccaneers, man, taking that dub.
mm.
Jaden Daniels, Washington has been a good year, but it's time to regroup and fill the rest of those holes.
Okay, so now I know it's hate. I just wanted to see at first, but I
Nah,
think you confirmed it. I
it's
think,
real.
first of all, shout out to Tampa Bay, man. What they did last week of letting Mike Evans get that 1,000 yards, man. That was what's up. It came down to I think the
Yeah,
last 30 seconds. The game was over.
yeah.
It was like, yo, let's throw this quick 5 yard real quick. So shout out to them. But that's it for y'all, man. That's it for y'all. We are the worst division right now in the NFL. I think the NFC South. We're struggling, and yeah, I got the Commanders winning that game.
Okay,
I
okay.
think Jaden Daniels having his CJ Stroud moment of last year. So
You know what you know you speaking of hate, but you know what I think the hate relies with you
yeah,
is that Baker Mayfield looks like a completely different quarterback than anything that you've ever seen him look like.
nah, it's not
Did you
that.
see him last week?
Yeah, I seen him.
That man.
He killed
I
us.
ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been a Baker Mayfield
I
fan
told
like
you,
that.
Michael Penix just our defense sucked.
Yo, I think he playoff ready. Baker playoff
Our defense sucked. Caleb Williams looked great versus us.
ready.
Defense horrible.
I will say this is the last game, Monday at 8 p.m. January the 13th. You have the Vikings and the Rams. Listen,
Mm, that's a tough
listen, man.
one.
I want to go ahead and look. Speaking of it, TJ said, "My boys." Yeah, man, it's been a
y'all,
good year for y'all, man.
y'all
But
go another round. Y'all go another round. I
nah,
got
they going
y'all.
home. They going home. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I hate to put it like that, but hey, salute to them though, man. Yeah, they had a good year. They had a good year.
Yeah.
Um, Vikings and the Rams. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Vikings. I'm gonna
hmm
go ahead and go with the Vikings. You know, the Vikings, they just a different team in the playoffs. They just found a way to lose. But I don't think that they're gonna lose to the Rams. And being that they didn't really have a good showing versus the Lions, um, I think that they're a team that I've been paying attention to that you don't really get the back-to-back bad games.
Right.
So I got the Vikings, man, with this one. I got the Vikings winning that
Listen, I couldn't have said it any better. It's exactly what I was gonna say. I don't see them going back to back losses. Rams, I like what they're doing. The way they've been able to maintain after the Super Bowl, they've been doing pretty good. So, but I do think it's Vikings time right now. I love what Sam Darnold's doing for that team. They'll brush up their mistakes. They got it.
one. All right. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Mirror Image podcast, man. Just another fire conversation, another fire show, man. Anything that I may have forgotten, man, that you just want to speak on real quick, man, the floor is yours.
Oh no, that's pretty much it for me. Do want to tell you, man, funny thing happened this morning where I want to take this time to say we gotta appreciate LeBron James while he's here, man. The world has to appreciate LeBron James. I was working out this morning, finished my workout, started running on the treadmill, and I was doing 2 minutes of jogging and spreading. My mouth by the third set, boy, I was wheezing. And I'm a century younger than LeBron James.
Yeah,
And it made me
yeah,
realize, man, and that's what's funny. I just finished and I looked up at the screen and he's doing like a dunk or something. I was like, yo,
yeah.
we gotta appreciate him while we here, man.
You know
We
what's
gotta
crazier
appreciate
than like I heard everything you said, but you know what was just mind blowing to me
it.
was that you just found a way to compare yourself
To LeBron
to LeBron,
because when
the
you
mother
when you
effing
do
James.
that, you still look at the fact like, yo, he's 40. I
No,
should
that's
be able to do some of that.
no,
You know
that's a
what I
fact.
mean? But nah.
That is a fact. That definitely is a fact, man.
But yeah, so shout out to LBJ and happy New Year's, man. Happy New Year to the fans out
Oh
there. I
yeah,
hope
oh yeah.
everyone this year, man, this is the year to apply pressure. It is
Mm.
2025. 2025. This is the year for you to achieve your goals. This is the year for you to do your best. This is the year to stop saying, I can't. This is the year for you to stop saying, I'm going to do this tomorrow. This is the year for you to stop saying, I wish I would have. This is 2025. We don't
What
call this is presented by Proving Grounds. You're at the Proving Grounds. We don't play games. If you're viewing this, achieve your goals starting today. Stop waiting. It is 2025. This ain't 1840s and the 1930s. They had excuses. They had, the alibis. You don't. All the books and history is out there. All the information is out there. All the access is out there. 2025 is the year to apply pressure. Let's go, man. Let's go.
what in the consonant? That was a good motivational speech, man. I get that to you, man. I felt that.
you know,
I felt that, man. Yeah, nah,
let's,
that was real. That was real. I look,
let's do it.
we can't end it off on a better note on that, man. So listen,
Mm-hmm.
on that note, don't forget to like, do not forget to comment, and please do not forget to subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 2. Salute to each and every one of you, and until next time, peace.
Peace.